Hey guys, I'm Jay, and today we're going to do a modification on a damn handsome Kershaw Dividend. So if you notice before you, this is the Dividend in M390 with aluminum scales, and this is the 420HC blade on the GFN scales. We're just going to switch the blades. So the M390 will end up on the GFN scales, and the 420HC will of course be on the aluminum scaled version. And now the clip that we will be attaching is going to be this guy. I love this clip, actually. Very, very versatile. It's actually marketed as a clip that fits the ZT0456. So this guy, which it does very well. However, it also fits the Kaiser Gemini in G10, and I was also able to make this work on the Kaiser T1 or Task 1. Fits this knife also. Now, I have already completed this exact same modification on another Kershaw knife, and that being the Link. So on the GFN scales here that you see of the Link, I installed the M390 blade onto it, and it is fantastic. Now, to complete this modification, you're gonna need a T6 Torx number 6 and a T8 as well. But before we get started, I just want to quickly remind you guys that to click on that subscribe button if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. Okay, so we've got a lot to do, so we better get to it. And let's start by taking apart the aluminum scaled version with the M390 blade. And I will try not to bump the camera, but I have it really close so you guys can see this, so I do apologize in advance. Okay, so we got all the screws off, and I'm going to, there we go, separate the scale from the liner. Stop pin, put that in a safe place. Oh, man, goodness, look at all that lubricant. I know why they put this much, and that's, you know, to prevent that torsion bar from rattling. But I don't know, this is just almost a little bit excessive, so I think I might be cleaning the inside of this out as well. So, okay. One other tool that is pretty handy, not really necessary, but I like to use like a razor knife, so I can get in there, it's really thin, and then pry up the bronze washers. And now, if you're saying to yourself, Jay, what in the heck are you doing this kind of work for with the blade wide open? Well, and that's also why I'm wearing one glove, so I can hold on to it, but when this knife is in the open position, it releases all of that tension off of the torsion bar. So when you lift up the scales, when you go to separate it all, the torsion bar does not like spring out. When it's opened, it's already in its, I guess, kind of relaxed state. Okay, let's get the blade off here. Since that's, I've got everything nice and clean. And one thing I want to mention to you guys, now it's important to remember which washer, bronze washer, goes on which side, because they're actually two different sizes. This one's much larger than this one, so just keep that in mind. And now we're going to go ahead and take apart the GFN scaled dividend. Get some of that stuff out of the way. Okay, we got all the screws out of the GFN scales, and let's take a peek under the hood and see what we got. Lubricant. Actually, it's a little bit less than the aluminum. Take out that torsion rod, and I want to match it up with the other one just to make sure that they're the same size. And yeah, they look to be. So I should be able to just go ahead and use this one. Well, this one appears to be just as dirty, if not more so, than the other. So once I get all of this apart, I'm going to clean it with some alcohol wipes. And no, I won't make you watch me clean it. So let me do that. I'll be right back. We are all cleaned out here. I completely cleaned out the liners, and now we're going to reassemble after I put just a couple drops of oil on each side of the washers. Something I want to show you guys before I get this all back together. So on top is the 420HC blade, and on bottom is the M390. And you can see the 420 blade is actually a hollow ground, and the M390 has a very high flat grind on it. I had no idea. Okay, so let's go ahead and take our M390 blade, and we're going to put it back on. Oops, sorry guys. Told you I'd bump the camera, and I meant it. While this is in the open position, I'm going to take torsion bar and set that right in there. See how easy that was? That's why I keep it open. And then I'm going to put just a couple drops of oil on that bar. Just a couple. A few drops goes a long way with this stuff. There we go. What do you guys think? Good? Yeah, me too. Alright. Now let's go ahead and fit the GFN scales on. Torsion bar should be in the correct place. Yeah, it feels like it. Okay. Oop. Let's get the screw in, and hopefully I've got the back spacer in the right spot. I guess we'll find that out. We're almost done here, guys. I just have to attach the deep carry clip, and then we're done. Then I'm going to check all the screws really quick just to make sure that we got them tightened enough. Let's see. Good. Good. And good. Oh boy. The moment of truth. Let's see. Centering. Good. I'm guessing that is probably pure luck that that's centered. Has nothing to do with my skill, that's for sure. Deployment. Oof. Nice and snappy. Nothing's rubbing. When I close it, let's see. Nope. That looks good. I like. Now, if you're wondering to yourself, Jay, why in the heck would you put plastic scales on M390 blade instead of the aluminum scales? Well, let me tell you why. Because in my experiences, the aluminum scales get scratched up quickly and easily. So these GFN scales are more resistant to, you know, everyday wear and tear. When it's in your pocket, keys hitting it, 9 times out of 10, it's going to come out of your pocket just fine. Plus, I do really like how this feels now, because the aluminum scales were just flat, no contour to them at all. And now you can see this one has a little bit, these scales have a little bit of a contour to them. Edges are rounded off a little bit more than the aluminum. Let me show you the aluminum scales again. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay. Well, now we have it. M390 Kershaw Dividend blade with black GFN scales. If you guys have any questions whatsoever about this modification, please do not hesitate to hit me up in the comments. And if this video, if you found this video to be helpful to you in any way, why not just go ahead and, I don't know, leave me a like. So I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by, watching me do this modification. I will see you guys at the next video. You guys take care, okay?